What I'd like to do in this video tutorial is talk a little bit about animating photographs. And again, we in the previous tutorials we animated the text, and I wanted to just show you how you could go about animating photographs in your presentation. Remember, the reason why you're doing this is you're trying to tell a story to your audience. You're trying to introduce concepts at one time. In this particular case, you may very well want to show the front of the house first and then bring up each room and talk about it separately. If you were going to be doing this as a presentation, for example, about this home, you may have not only these photographs but much larger photographs. But I wanted to just get this conceptual idea going. Notice that I already have all the photographs on the slide. So all I really did was create a brand new slide and then put the photographs on here and then just size them so that they would fit. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm in my animation tab and then I have my animation pane open. And remember, this animation pane, every time you change a slide, you'll have different information about that particular slide and that animation. So what I want to start out with is I'd like to have where this picture initially shows up. So I'm going to click on it, and what I'm going to do is, and I've already kind of pre-figured out what I want to do. In this case, I want to have where this thing kind of zooms in like this. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to have it so that it zooms in really fast. So I'm going to go in and change the timing. And I'm going to go to something probably like fast is what I'm going to try. And I think that that's probably adequate for what I'm working with right now. Now these pictures down here, what I want to do is I want to have them come in, and my decision, again, this is a design decision, you may have a different approach, is that I didn't want them moving across the existing photographs, but you could have a photograph come in from the right and move all the way to the left. You can do basically anything you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here and I'm going to go into fly in, and what I want to do is onto this particular fly in, I want the effect option so that it comes from the left. And so I'm okay there. And I think I'm going to go back in here and actually change the timing so that it's not very fast, that it's just fast. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is select the next photograph. I'm going to go up here and fly in, and that's coming from the bottom. I don't mind that, but I think what I'm going to do is change the timing on this one again to fast and say OK. And then this one I want to fly in from the right. So fly in from effect options from the right. And so now I've got all of my pictures so that they're going to come in. Another thing I want you to notice is that each one of these are numbered. So this is going to be the first one, this will be the second, this will be the third, and this will be the fourth photograph. Again, I don't really want to go through and do this now, but you can take, if you wanted to, you can move these things up and down. You can put them in order. So in other words, I could have this so that I'll just give you an example of this. I can have it, because of the way I changed the order, this is going to be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, so on and so forth. Let me just show you what that kind of looks like. It'll be a little bit crazy, but if I click on it, that's going to be 1, that'll be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4. So I can rearrange these any way that I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and move this back down, I think down the bottom again. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me check and make sure that works the way that I want it to. So that comes in first, that comes in second, comes in third, that comes in fourth. So it's coming in the way that I want it to. And I'm just going to go back because I'm not sure about this one right here. I want to make sure. I thought that I had changed that speed. And by the way, you can see how long the duration is by, if you look at these little bars right here, this shows you, for example, if I play this, you'll see that that goes across, and because these bars actually are graphically showing you how long it is, whereas this one is shorter than these are. So that's a kind of another indication that you have here that you can work with. I'm going to turn around and change this effect option, go to timing, and I want this to be fast, and go ahead and go OK. And now it's about the same. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do a test. So now I have the graphic show up. I have the initial picture show up, then the one from the left, then the one coming in from the bottom, and then the one from the right. So this kind of gives you an idea that this concept of working and animating text also is the same way with animating photographs. Works the same way. There's really no difference. It's an object. It could be any kind of picture that you would want. You know, you could almost tell a story. You could, you know, kind of have where you're, you know, for example, you know, if you had photographs, you could have where you had layers on top of each other to show the house before it was painted and then the house after it was painted. There's a lot of creativity you can use in doing this. But I just wanted to give you an idea that it's not just photographs, or not just text, but it's also photographs. And so that'll kind of give you an idea that you have just a lot of creativity in here for you to create your presentation.